as a young lawyer, you have to have some idea where you're going, and you better at least develop. It's not something you phone in, but you've got to develop a plan. How am I going to get from where I am today to where I want to be? Who are your mentors? Who do you aspire to be in the practice? And when you sit down and talk to people later in their careers, you're often very surprised and taken back by who their mentors were. Why you don't, this practice isn't like waiting for Amazon to deliver your package at your front door. Like, wow, look, my practice has gotten great. No, it doesn't happen by accident. You have to have a plan. And there's ways to develop those plans. There's ways to implement those plans, but they don't just happen. And you don't sit by the phone waiting for someone to call and say, hey, you're a success.
Do you have a mentor of yours story that you want to tell, or actually, do you want to brag on?
Actually, I never worked for my mentor. My mentor is now deceased, but there was a lawyer in town who I thought had it all together, so to speak. Was a smart, intelligent, not necessarily the same things, but implemented and built a practice and had the connections and had the courtroom skills that I always aspired to have. And so I always called him my mentor, and people would ask me all the time, did you work for him? I said, no, he offered me a job once, but I didn't take it. But he was always my mentor. And what having a mentor does, and most often it's someone you work with, but it gives you something to aspire to. It puts you through the project of looking at what do I want to develop? What is my plan, and how am I going to do it? And having someone as an example, it's very helpful.